Hi guys, in this lecture we are going to learn about HTTP verbs. So there are mainly two kinds of verbs. What are they? HTTP GET and HTTP POST. Although there are similar types of verbs like another particular use like put, patch, delete, but those are not for discussion right now because we are more focused on how to perform operations like retrieving and changing some data or posting some data. So we are concentrated on HTTP GET and HTTP POST for right now. So let's discuss them. So the very first one is HTTP GET. So why do we use it? It is used to retrieve data. Whenever we want to view some data that is stored on the server, we use HTTP GET to serve our purpose, alright? But one problem with this is query string sent as the part of the URL, alright? So if you want to log in or register as a user, you will provide a password. So if the developer on the application side uses GET request, your password will be visible on the URL like this, and that is not a neat way to actually use it because this poses security issues. Alright, so how actually GET request is performed, and there is a client, and the client makes a request to the server, and then the server reads data from the database and gives the response. Alright, in this way, by reading the data and sending the data to the client, the HTTP GET request is performed. The second is HTTP POST. So HTTP POST, it is used to change the state of the server, alright, which means we're gonna take some data and we're gonna change some part of the database to match our own data. And this is much more secure than GET request because the query string is sent in the body of the request, not the URL. Alright, so how this works: the client sends a request to the server, and the server will change the state of the database, and then it will respond to the client. Alright, in this way we can actually make things work. Alright guys, so let's make some changes so that we can actually work with our website, so that we can understand how to make GET and POST requests work for us. Alright, so I'm heading over to here. I'm going to delete this part. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a form. Alright, a form, wait, not like this, form, yeah. So now inside this I'm going to give a new input type for it, input, and the type will be password, and the name will be also password. Okay, so now we are going to give it a submit, input, and type is equal to submit. Yeah, now save this thing. If you save this too and open this terminal, wait, you already do have the terminal running. Yeah, run the server. Now come back to your page and refresh it. Wait, what did it say? bootstrap/base.html not working, so we need to change it. Okay, this is the problem. We need to change these things. Yeah, now save it, stop the server, run it again. Yeah, now refresh it. So here we have got the form that we have worked for. Alright, so what are we going to do is we are going to give some data to it. So I'm giving some data. Now if you submit it, you can actually see the password actually being shown here. So this is not a secure way, but this is how the GET request is worked. Alright, so now let's go and change something so that we can actually match, see how the POST request works. Alright, so come down here, go into the form class and say method equals to post. Yeah, now save this thing. Now if you come back here and refresh it and delete this thing, go to the root, and now if you say method not allowed, the method is not allowed for the requested URL. Why? Because all the methods in the Flask framework work good for the GET request, because they by default they accept GET requests. But if you want to make them work for your POST request, you need to specify it. So come down here, comma methods equals to, and now specify it, get comma post. Alright, now this thing must work. So come down here, refresh it. Wait, the server has stopped running. Run it again. Now refresh it. Now I'm coming here. You see, now this thing worked fine. Alright, but we don't know whether it's saved or not, but the request is handled fine because we have said to handle the post request. Alright, so if we have said that the post request actually handles the query string in the body of the request, not in the URL. So let's go ahead and see what's the body of the request. So we have a variable that can actually help us to do this. So come back here and import the request. Alright, so after doing that, come back here, if request dot method equals to post, then you can actually say return registration is successfully done. Yeah, now save this thing, run the server, come back to your website, and now let's go ahead and give the password. Now you can see registration is successfully done. The thing actually works, but let's go ahead and see whether we get the data or not. So what I'm going to do is return request dot form, and our name is password, and I'm going to comment this out. Now save this thing, come back here, and now what we're going to do, we're going to refresh it. Wait, yeah, now ABCD submit. You can actually see the password here because we have set to actually show the password, so we've got it. Alright, this is a very easy way to actually do things. Alright, so we have handled the get request, the post request, how to actually see the data, and if request.method equals post, this will verify whether the request made is post or not. Alright, in this way we can actually handle data and make sure that we get our requests specified to get or post. So let's get ahead. In the next video, we're going to learn about HTTP status codes.